Kelly, Lewis, and Rick. Couples therapy time. This one, man, this is a rough one. This came from Trevor. It says, hey, guys, I need some help for my parents. I am 22 years old, and I'm about ready to kick my dad out of my life for good. My parents have been married for 25 years, and a couple years ago, my mom developed some health issues. She's been to a number of doctors and has gone through numerous tests, and they haven't been able to nail down exactly what's wrong with her, but she gets migraines a lot. She has joint pain and muscle fatigue that cause mobility issues, and she sleeps a lot. She's not able to keep up with the house, and according to my oversharing dad, their sex life is non-existent. He told me he wants out of the marriage, that he can't live like this anymore. I am so furious at him. My mom has always been there for us her entire life, including when my dad had a total knee replacement 5 years ago, and she did everything for him for a good 6 weeks during his recovery. Now he's ready to toss her aside because she's not doing him or his laundry while she's sick. I told him he was being selfish and that she has been nothing but a great wife to him, but he says he's miserable and can't take it anymore. Do you have any advice? Trevor in Columbus. Dang.
Oh, man, do I hate your dad, Trevor.
My heart breaks for you right now.
That is awful. Dang.
In sickness and in health, for better or for worse.
Here's the thing, Trevor. You cannot force someone to be a decent human being. You can't do it. And it is going to impact your relationship with him because it is a disgusting way to behave towards somebody who has devoted their life. Your mom has devoted your life to your dad. And it's a gross way for your dad to behave right now. I get that your life isn't as peachy keen and you're not getting sex like you want to get it or whatever. And that is a hard thing. I'm quite sure that it's a difficult way to live. I really, I am. But the thing is, you made a commitment to this woman who has been nothing but great to you until she got sick the last couple of years. And Trevor, your dad being a good person and a kind person and helping your mom probably could go a long way to her getting better. But since it's not happening, I don't know. I guess I don't know. My reasoning's a little circular here, and it's not making too much sense, even to my own brain. But what I will say, Trevor, is that you've got to let your dad do what your dad's going to do because you cannot force him into being a good person. What you can do is sit down and say, you know what, Dad, you're a terrible person. And this is going to impact our relationship. Your decision making, henceforth, if you decide to get out of this marriage, this is going to be a gigantic problem for us in the future. So if that's how you want to live, if you want to trot off into the sunset and go get somebody else in your life, I guess I can't stop you from doing it, but what I can do is tell you that you are risking your relationship with your son now. Not only are you going to end a relationship with your wife, you are risking a relationship with your son. So if you want to go ahead and do that, I can't stop you. I don't know what else you can do.
That's a lot to put on a 22-year-old, too. He's just getting started with his life.
Okay.
Yeah, freaking kick your dad to the freaking curb if he does that.
Okay. I don't think the dad is the best dude. I think John Dutra said it best on the text line, until death do us part, sickness and health and all that. Yes, but you cannot use ultimatums to force people to be the person that you want them to be.
Right.
That also being said, no matter how good or bad your parents are, you cannot trade them in. They are your parents. So where I do agree with Kelly is, you gotta let your dad be your dad. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. If he's choosing not to take care of your mom, it can put a damper on your relationship, and it should, but you can't, force him into doing something he doesn't want to do with an ultimatum, because that's not going to work. Then he's going to do it for all the wrong reasons, which isn't right either. It is what it is. It's a terrible situation, and it sucks. And again, your mom's not in the best spot, but you don't want somebody taking care of her for fake reasons either, because they don't want to. That's not, you know what I mean?
That's basically what you were saying. You can't force him to be a good person.
No, if I could, I would.
Right.
I would say it is your duty to take care of your wife, because she's also already taking care of you, you freaking moron, when you were 6 weeks down during your knee replacement surgery. How dare you? But you know what? I venture to guess that he has not been a great husband the whole time. That's what I'm guessing here. I'm guessing that he's selfish. He wants what he wants. He wants to get out of your mom what he wants. And now that she can't do for him what he requires, he's done.
He might not necessarily have not been a great husband the entire time, but there are things that cause people to change. And this might have been a catalyst for that change, right or wrong. So he could have been the best husband in the world up until 4 years ago. And then maybe he started thinking, maybe this isn't what I want anymore.
Yeah, she's sick now. Maybe I can do better.
I don't know if I'd put it necessarily in that term.
I think that's exactly what it is.
But it could be. But I mean, it's just, I'm not, by the way, I sound like I'm defending the dad, and I'm really, truly not. I just think that, No,
you can't. What you're saying, and I agree with you 100%. You can't force someone to be decent.
Right. But at the same time, I would not recommend cutting out your family if you don't have to. You can disagree with your family.
Oh, yeah, but this is...
You can disagree with your family, but here's the thing. If you cut them out and years go by and then you decide you want to rebuild a relationship, you cannot get time back. Not all the money in the world will not buy another second of time. So be careful with that buyer beware is what I'm saying with that.
I get that.
If you're going, again, it could change your relationship, but don't cut that person out of your life completely. Don't wash her. Again, you might 10 years from now have some serious regrets when you're 32. What if your dad has a disease and he doesn't have much time left? Now you go, well, damn, I wasted 10 years of both of our lives being mad at you and not talking to you because I didn't agree with one of the choices you make. Like, it's just, that's where I would caution the cutting your dad completely out of your life. You can not like the choice. You can not like him for the fact that he won't take care of your mom, and you can think he's a scumbag, and in all reality, he is. But be careful. You can't trade in your parents on different models because you don't like what they do.
I don't know. I feel like if I did my wife this way, my son would never speak to me again. And with good reason.
But would you do your wife that?
Well, no,
okay.
I wouldn't. But I'm saying in this for him, if Trevor says to his dad, well, he doesn't have to issue the ultimatum, but if his dad, walks away from his mother and leaves her in this situation... If I'm Trevor, I don't think I would. Fine, go. You're done. You're dead to me. That's just
right.
Like you said. This is your family, and this is what your dad is doing to your family. Yeah,
it's going to impact your relationship one way or the other. You're definitely lost respect for the guy.
Right.
I don't know how you maintain a closeness.
You can still not have any respect for him.
Right.
You can still completely disagree with his actions. But that doesn't mean if he reaches out to talk to you, you don't talk. You know what I mean? Come on.
Sure. I'll
keep the door open.
I'll answer the phone and say, what do you want, a-hole? Yeah, no problem. You want me to do that for you? No, tough.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You can say you can decline any requests. You can, you don't. I'm not saying go out and, hey, let's go to a game together. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying be cautious if you want to,
This person texted in a true narcissistic sign right there. Let him do what he wants to do and make your own decision to either keep him in your life or not. You'll be better.
Lori said, if this person was not your dad, would you be friends with him? That's a great question.
That's a good question.
Dave says a father is supposed to be a son's model of how to treat a woman or significant other. This makes him a bad father.
Damn.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I guess... if it comes down to, do you cut him out or not? Lewis, you're saying just keep the door open. There's no, you don't necessarily want to lose out on time with your only father. But also, if somebody's basically abandoning the family, then he's the one who's deciding what the relationship's going to be. He's walking away. You're not walking away from him. He's walking away from you.
From your family.
So he's made that decision on his own. That's not like Trevor's decision.
Right. Trevor's part of the family, and Dad's walking away from the family.
Right.
Is the way I see it.
Okay, jerk, you're walking away from all of us then.
Yeah.
This is the decision you're making. I just want to be loud and clear about that.
She is the mother of this family.
Okay.
You're walking away, so...
Then let him go. I mean, again, I'm sounding like I'm defending the dad, and I'm truly
No, I get what you're saying.
Not. I think he's a scumbag. Like, again, if you're going to marry with someone, that's for better or worse. Not every day is going to be better. There are going to be a few worse days in there at some point in time. Not defending the dad at all. But I also think,
you're thinking about the son.
Yeah, you're trying to protect him.
I get it. No,
Yeah.
I get that's a perspective.
Max said...
I feel like it's a perspective that maybe you have. I don't know. I feel like
I don't know my biological father.
But I feel like there's some wisdom there, is what I'm trying to say.
Well,
I guess
okay.
there's some wisdom to you saying don't cut your parent off if you don't have to.
I don't know my biological father because he died when I was 2 years old. So it's not. So I don't have I have a great relationship with my stepdad. My stepdad is a stand-up of all stand-up guys there ever was. I wish I would have given every dime I would ever make for him to have come into my life 5 years sooner than he did. But that's not reality. But I watched my stepbrother on my sister's side. Him and my dad were estranged, and they were never able to repair that. And his dad was a scumbag. I mean, I could tell horror stories about the guy growing up with him. Like an absolute scumbag. But I watched my stepbrother have to deliver the eulogy at his father's funeral after having not spoke to his father by his father's choice for almost 10 years. Yeah. And that's tough. It is,
but it is the dad's choice to walk away.
Sure it is.
It's not,
Sure.
Nobody's pushing him out. He's walking away, so that is on him.
It is, but it still has an effect on you.
You're right about that.
And that's the thing.
That's a wise way to look at it. It really is. It's going to impact you in some deep way.
And I can remember, and again, it was weird for me to sit there because I didn't like the guy, but I remember every word that John said in that eulogy, and I remember when he walked off that stage, I was like, I have more respect for you than I ever did because I know the situation behind that. So that's what I'm saying. And I'm probably saying it badly.
We got some good texts. I want to read these. Matt texted in because we were talking about, the son's mad at the dad, and he's ready to cut him out of his life if he leaves his mom. And Max said, cutting my narcissistic dad out of my life was one of the healthiest decisions I ever made. When he chose his crazy girlfriend, who at one point broke into our house to assault him over me, that was the last straw. See, Amy said, I guarantee you, if he has had this discussion with his son, he has already made a choice and or already has someone else in his life.
Probably.
Yeah, I can believe that might be true.
Somebody texted in, father's telling all this to his son. What a DB. That's true. Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't be sharing that with your kid. That's pretty inappropriate. However, it does sound like this guy's a narcissist. And, there's a big trend about going no contact with a narcissistic parent and how, freeing it is for the kids.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
The adult kids are just what a relief to not have to deal with a narcissist anymore and you're trying to mess around with you.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, Matt's a man. Matt said, my wife suffers from chronic illnesses and I have to pick up the slack a lot. This is after working as a truck driver 12 hours a day. And when I get home, sometimes I got to cook, do the dishes, other household chores, but I do it because I made vows to my wife and family, and I know that she would do the same for me. Love isn't about all the good, but the bad too.
Absolutely.
You are a real man, Matt. Good for you.
Man. I mean, again, a real dude will step up when necessary. It's how it is. It's just, but I also think too, we're judging an entire situation by a paragraph, and we don't necessarily know. You're getting the bare bone. You're getting the rough plot. You're not seeing what led up to. Again, I keep sounding like I'm defending the guy, and I'm not. At all.
You're just telling Trevor to tread lightly about kicking your father completely out of his life. That's
correct.
That's it. Yeah. Nobody thinks you're supporting what the dad is doing.
I hope that's the case. I don't beat my dogs. I don't support deadbeat dads.
No, we've come full circle.
Full circle, clear that up.
All right. Well, Trevor, man, I feel for you. I wish you the best. It's really, everybody can give you all kind of advice on this, but it's your decision to make, brother. So, I don't know. I don't know what else to say.
That's why you don't have to get married.
What?
This is why if you don't get married, you don't know the better or worse.
Yeah, if you don't make those vows, is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Okay, so
what
now
if I got chronically ill? We can still be friends. So, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Kidding.